I'm talking to Satu Hassi, the Finnish MP in the Green Group, and you recently wrote an article in You Europe about tax avoidance in social Europe. Can you tell me what are the social consequences of tax avoidance?
Well, big budget deficits in practically almost all European countries. So 1 trillion euros is the estimate on what tax avoidance costs for European taxpayers. And this 1 trillion is, for example, almost the total health expenditure of all EU countries combined. So it's huge. And I really think that we have to choose either tackling tax avoidance or continue austerity measures where poorest people in the society are those ones who suffer for those measures.
Who are the main culprits in Europe of tax avoidance?
Well, both those countries who offer possibilities for tax avoidance with tricks in their tax systems, but also companies who use these loopholes. And there are several countries, and for example, OECD recently stated that, for example, Luxembourg and Switzerland can't be compared to tax havens in some aspects in how their tax system functions.
And is there a problem of transparency in tax regulations?
Yeah. For example, in my country, Finland, 2 years ago, it was revealed that Nokia, the telecom giant, had reduced their taxes in Finland by factor 1,000 between 2008 and 2010. And well, the tax authorities said that they don't have the right to tell to which countries Nokia has paid taxes. So there is a problem in transparency between tax authorities. There should be automatic exchange between the tax authorities of different countries. But there is another transparency problem regarding the public. Even that information which the tax authorities do have is not made public, and both are wrong.
And can you explain what double non-taxation is?
Yeah, well, the point in so-called double non-taxation is that we do have legislation where the objective is to avoid double taxation, so that one company operating in several countries is taxed twice for the same issue. But now the companies have learned to use this legislation to avoid taxes in both countries, and that means that is what double tax avoidance means.
Okay. And what is the European Union going to do about it?
Well, basically, I think that EU should do much more. There are some actions that EU have taken. For example, for companies that are exploiting natural resources like oil companies, mining companies, forestry companies, they have to report about how much taxes they pay in each of their operating countries. But that obligation should be to all big multinational companies, not just for those who are operating in international resources sector. And basically we should have a system where the corporate tax base is the same in all EU, so that that would allow transparency, and that each activity is taxed in that country where this activity takes place. But we are very far away from this situation now. And one of the problems is, and it's a huge structural problem in EU, that we have the highest possible threshold for tax legislation. We need unanimity of all EU member countries to get new tax legislation.